What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part 63 of my Total Warhammer 3 Ikit Claw Immortal Empires campaign. So as we saw last time, Mutin is still alive, having faced off against at least 4 enemy stacks. I say at least because there were 2 consecutive battles, and the latter of those battles was pretty darn insanely hard and came very close to our having lost it, because we nearly ran out of ammo, at which point we wouldn't have been able to do anything with this army. Now, we do get to fight again against Belegar's army, and of course Belegar himself leading it, which means a lord that we're going to have an issue bringing down. That is, yeah, well, we're gonna have to leave him to last, and he's not unbreakable, so maybe he'll rout with the rest of his army if we manage to pull off killing the rest of them. We shall see. We are once again coming in as a reinforcement, however, which may be an issue because our main units are definitely not going to be able to hold, so we're gonna have to reclaim what the enemy takes here. Should be pretty interesting. I guess once again for this we should probably increase the number of uses of the Menace below, though once again, because of the cooldown, which is what, 45 seconds? Yeah, it really depends. I'm not even sure that we'd be able to use all 6 of them. You know what, let's just keep it at 6, because, yeah, once our units move onto the field, we only have 1 army to kill effectively, not a bunch of armies moving onto the field over and over again, so it's unlikely we'd be able to use more than that anyway. Alrighty, well, we're as prepared as we're likely to be. I do wish that mutants started in the settlement, because it would make it a lot easier, but, well, you can't have everything. Let's see if he survives this one.
Yes, good.
Alrighty, here we go. Well, Skryre is not long for this world. He has 105 HP and probably isn't going to take a hit from a single gyrocopter, and there are 3 gyrocopters, or 2 gyro bombers and a gyrocopter unit that are on the field. Now, fortunately, oh wait, actually 4 gyrocopters. There's another one coming in. Oh my lord, wait, is it 2? No, okay, just 1 more, but still, damn. That's gonna be annoying, but fortunately they're pretty easy to bring down with our Giselles. Now, for this particular battle, we're going to try our best to hold off these guys who have spawned near our main line, or our reinforcing line. So Mutin is coming in, and once again, we will be using the actual settlement as bait. This time around, considering the fact that we are probably going to lose every single one but one, hopefully, of the supply locations, I've decided to immediately put the towers on the map so that they could do some damage before they inevitably get destroyed. Now it's just a matter of trying to hold off the enemies for a little while and allowing Mutant to come in and actually do the damage. Looks like the gyro bomber is actually going to waste some bombs on our clan rats here, but that's just fine. Did try to tell the Night Runners things here to actually fire on these units, but it looks like the wall, in combination with the fact that these are kind of below that wall, is making it very difficult for these guys to fire on them. They just don't wanna. Oh well, not a big deal. Fortunately, the reinforcements are coming in 30 seconds, and our army here really just has to survive for that long. And ooh, wow, what the heck? Sent in a few units of clan rat spears, and the enemy miners actually decided to chuck their blasting charges directly at them while they were in the blob of hammerers. Not doing a crazy amount of damage, but hey, I'll take anything I can get at this point. It would be really unfortunate for Mutant to have survived all those stacks last episode, only to, oh wow, what a, oh these idiots, only to die because the settlement is the thing that falls. 7 seconds and we'll be on the field this time. It does look like there are some artillery here that we may be able to take care of, and here we go. Really gotta be careful about getting Mutant hit by a cannon or something like that though, because he'll die pretty much instantly, as he also has no HP remaining. Yeah, alrighty, well, be careful, buddy. Be careful. You got this. Although we don't technically need to put him into combat right now anyway, we just got to stay back and wait for the Jezzail to do their thing. Well, slash all the artillery and other stuff. Oh, and it looks like finally the rattling, or not the rattling guns, the slingers are able to get a few shots out on this gyrocopter. Barely any, and most of them appear to be missing as well, but hey, it's better than nothing. And there we are, our units of warp fire throwers and our death globes are moving in to combat this blob, while our artillery slash our mortars are now firing. We're also going to get that brass orb activated. The enemy is nicely standing in a blob for us. There we go. As long as Mutant doesn't miscast and kill himself there. And there's a tiny little unit of 5 storm vermin here as well. And there we go, 5 storm vermin sacrificed, another warp lightning, as well as that warp bomb, basically destroying this unit of hammerers and iron breakers. Don't really care about the miners with blasting charges, but we'll take what we can get. Also, any units on this ramp here are very much in danger, so there will be Jezzails as well as catapults and mortars firing on them. And just gotta make use of them being on the ramp for as long as possible. Come on, mortars, there we go, nice sniping from the Jezzails. And we've taken this portion of the field at least. Once again, this corner is ours, and I doubt that the enemy can charge this way. Our catapults are trying to focus down the Longbeards that are moving down this winding path, or up this winding path, while our Jezzails seem to have taken care of the enemy flame cannons, who have abandoned their actual machinery, and are going to move up another ramp, which means they're gonna get sniped while they do so. Alright, that certainly works for us. And the enemy does not have too many reinforcements this time around, so at least we're relatively safe in that regard. But the problem is the victory points. Obviously, we need to actually put this army up here in the settlement where the enemy is concentrated. On the bright side, though, we do have our single unit of gutter runners, which are in stock and should be able to recapture one of the points once the enemy is gone. On top of that, of course, our Jezzails have stock as well, so they can do the same thing. But in the meantime, they've sniped a unit of reinforcing gyrocopters, and hopefully we can do the same thing to additional units. And the mortars continue to fire as well, of course, all of the buildings that are blocking their shots and not doing so much. And it looks like that gyro bomber is also going after this piercing tower, which is in pretty bad shape as well. And oh, it's also taking friendly fire from our mortars. But oh well, it's a tier 1, and it's frankly not worth all that much. Nice volleys into that gyrocopter from our Jezzails, though a couple more if they don't miss. Of course it had to move at that time. Yeah, the Jezzails are really quite bad at hitting moving targets. At the very least, moving targets that aren't moving directly towards them or directly away from them. Which means this gyrocopter, by virtue of moving slightly, will survive, at least for now, but maybe we can bait some more units into moving into this portion of the map. Our bombardment continues, and the balance of power is almost even, still very slightly in the enemy's favor, but we are now moving in our warp fire throwers, our death globes, as well as our warlock engineer, because we're keeping Mutant back to support, up this ramp to where we can hopefully draw some enemies in. Obviously, Skryre, or whatever his name was, and all of his little tiny army units are dead, but we expected that because it was a garrison and there was really nothing there. Basically, as long as we can force the enemy to come to us, where we can actually fire on them, all the while maintaining at least one of those points, we should be okay. Alrighty, looks like some Slayers are gonna move in, but the Death Globes are there to fire on them, and same thing with the Warp Fire Throwers. Jezzail's gonna snipe them as well. And by the looks of it, that's way too many units, and we are going to stop them in their tracks by putting the Warp Lightning right in front of them, as the AI likes to immediately get away from those. I'm starting to love this ramp. It's really quite helpful. And there we go, especially since the enemy also can't fire down on us very well, as in if it had ranged units like Thunderers, it would need to move down to where it was vulnerable as well. Alrighty, here comes a unit of Longbeards, but here come the mortars as well as the catapults to make sure that they have a bad day. Accuracy may be dismal, but only a few shots need to hit to do absolutely devastating damage to this unit. It looks like they're done for, and they are moving towards this minor supply location. This is, I want to point out, the last minor supply location that we have. The one of our units of Night Runners with slings is coming in to try to recapture one of these. I did try to repeatedly summon the menace below on top of enemy cannons, but unfortunately it looks like the clan rats summoned are actually too weak to actually kill enemy artillery, which is a little bit unfortunate. I feel like they should get a little bit of a buff, maybe. Like, not immediately, obviously, as it would be too powerful, but as you go later into the campaign, there should be some technological buffs for that particular unit. And okay, mortars are actually wasting their time trying to fire on the gyrocopter there, but or gyro bomber rather, but it does go down anyway. Though it was the Giselles doing the damage. I guess the mortars stopped firing at something else. Oh, a single unit of hammers, and I guess there are two more somewhere else, moving down and done for. And now here comes some more longbeards. Though not for long either. Alrighty, Mutant doesn't have to participate all that much, he just has to stand back and wait. If he needs to, he can pop another brass orb to continue defending the ramp. And I'm glad that we're getting a good use out of our Death Globes and our Warp Fire Throwers. Didn't really get as much use out of them in the previous episode as we did our Giselles, who are obviously the stars of the show, together with the Mortars and the Catapults, but these guys are absolutely doing a bang-up job holding the ramp. It looks like all the enemy units actually decided to move away from the minor supply location. They couldn't really capture it because they were under bombardment the entire time. Though we don't want to be wasting our shots on lords and stuff. Oh, another gyrocopter unit moves in, only take shots from the Giselles. Will they fly away? Alrighty, and let's see. Oh, we've nearly reclaimed one of our locations. Some Thunderers have moved in and have lost half of their HP to a single volley as well. Alright, good job, Mutants Army. This is working so far. I mean, it worked last time as well. And there we go, splitting our fire a little bit against the units that are moving down. Another set of Hammerers coming down that ramp. You'd think they would have learned by now. This time we are going to pop that second brass orb, and even if they were able to come down, they'd get sucked in by the brass orb, all the while taking shots from the Death Globes, Warp Fire Throwers, and everything else. And just like that, another Hammerer's unit is basically destroyed. Man, what does the enemy even do in this situation? All we have to do is essentially slowly advance. Unless it were to charge us with all of its units all at the same time, which it isn't doing, it's unlikely to be able to succeed at anything here. We're also starting to move in some more Giselles into the settlement. They are, of course, once again in stock and are trying to move up. We are also continuously summoning Menace below to try to kill some of those organ guns, but somehow an artillery crew is a better fighter than a bunch of clan rats. Unfortunate, but you know. 22-34 versus 24-26. Yeah, not surprising. They're better armored. They have 107 leadership, despite being artillery crew. Man, what's our artillery crew's leadership? Just out of curiosity. Oh, it's actually not so bad. 79. Yeah. Though ours are high veterancy, but I guess theirs are high veterancy as well. But ours are a lot more fragile, as in they probably would only take a couple of shots before they were done for. We also do have to watch out for enemy artillery pieces like this cannon here, so we are starting to fire on it with our own artillery, hopefully before it does too much damage to us here. All this Plague Claw goo still left on the ground where they're just slightly out of range. Ooh, and the cannons look like they can outrange us slightly, so finally they're going to be firing back, taking out a couple of Giselles with that shot there. A little bit unfortunate. Alrighty, an enemy lord, however, is cresting the top of the ramp. Don't want to do that, buddy. You should have learned by now that this ramp is not a place where you want to be. Maybe you should have charged together with your units rather than letting them die. I can't tell where... Okay, he's dead. Couldn't even see what happened to him in all that fire. And there we go. Now we are going to move ourselves forward. Mutants actually moving towards the minor supply location. There's nothing really here that could fire on him, with the exception of this Iron Drakes with Troll Hammer torpedo unit, and they're too far away, unfortunately. Since we're on that Doom Wheel, we should be able to get away from them. Otherwise, our Poison Wind Mortars, though they are once again starting to run out of ammunition, are moving forward. Really need to get them their ammunition upgrades after this turn. Though hopefully we won't need it. I don't know whether there's another full stack army remaining here or not. Alright, well either way we do have to still destroy this cannon, hopefully before it does too much more damage to our precious Jezzails. We will of course be needing them to kill the enemy lords. Belegar is after all still on the field, though he hasn't accomplished anything useful thus far. Our Jezzails are also moving up, and it looks like the enemy organ guns, though they were able to defeat 2 summons of clan rats, have decided to abandon once again their artillery pieces, which is not going to go so well for them. The Jezzails are here to snipe them as well. They are using this little piece of ramp to hide from us. Oh, are they actually going to charge the Jezzails? That's just insane. Okay, well, good luck to them. But every single unit we get off the field is another morale shock, and hopefully army losses will tell shortly. Honestly, we've barely taken any damage so far. Looks like those organ guns are going to shatter and are actually going to just get killed to a dwarf. And now we've captured this point. At this point, we can start building a tier 4 tower, because I don't see the enemy retaking this. In fact, then one of the enemy lords is going to rout. There's still a few more units on the field that are trying to retake positions, but now we have 2 captured and then 2 more being captured out of the supply locations. I don't see the enemy winning this, as long as we can kill Belegar or force him to rout. But we should have plenty of Jezzails to do so. Alright, come on now. Just waiting for everybody to get into position. And you guys were trying to hit that lord. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. This is Belegar, yeah, alright. Just keep away from him. Fire and then back up. Damn. For once the ramp is working against us as it wasn't letting our Jezzails fire. And get away from him before he catches you. Or before the death globes kill you. But we do have more Jezzails on the way from down here as well, though he's going to get surrounded by death globes. The death globes basically do no damage to him, of course, but the Jezzails, once they're ready to fire, should be able to do plenty. And I believe that is it. He is going to break. Perfect. And with him broken, the Thunderers are broken. There is still... Is he coming back? Nope, the Lord is shattered. Just 1 unit of Iron Breakers remaining. We have a tier 4 tower up and running now, so these Iron Breakers would have to take hits from that. And I do believe the battle is ours. Not a problem at all, unlike the last battles. But, you know, well, we're not facing off against 4 to 5 stacks at once here. Alright, just gotta break this 1 more unit of Iron Breakers. Nice shot from the tower. Wasn't expecting that one. Bit of Warp Lightning for them, and I do believe that they will shatter with that as well. No, they're actually still on the field. Okay. Well, good luck to them. Nope, there we go. Now they're going to shatter. They just had to take a few extra seconds, but I'm sure we'll gun them down. We should try to take as many of these units off the field nonetheless. I don't imagine they will siege after this. As in, I don't imagine they'll have enough left to bother with it, but you never know. Well, let's not risk it. Because if they siege, we'll suffer attrition. And oh, they might have actually been smart to do that, because Skryre would have died. And we wouldn't have been able to... Well, actually, then Mutant would have been able to heal. Plus, Mutant would have been able to attack, because he's not in the settlement. I guess only Skryre would have died. But at least they could have killed Skryre this way. But I mean, I believe he got killed here. I'm just not entirely sure whether he's dead or not. And we shall see. Alrighty, and Belegar is running. He's got 658 HP. Let's see if we can get 1 more volley of shots on him with our Jezzails to bring him down before we call this battle. And there we go. Beautiful. Down goes Belegar, and this battle is most certainly ours. I don't think we're going to be able to catch the other Lord, but it doesn't matter. They've lost so many units at this point that unless they have another full stack there, they shouldn't be viable anymore. In fact, let's find out if they do have another full stack. A heroic victory for Mutant, but Mutant's been pretty heroic over this these last 2 episodes, I guess, so good job to him. This will definitely warrant a rename. Alrighty, not too bad. Wait, did Skryre live or did he die? It says 1, but I feel like, I mean, he died in the battle. But then why did he get XP? Maybe he got wounded? I'd really prefer not to lose the Warpstorm Scroll or the Helm of Discord if possible, but I was expecting him to die. Either way, Belegar's out, most of his army is out, and frankly, this faction is looking to be in pretty bad shape now. Let's sell those guys off once again since we can't heal up, and that's it. That's it for Clan Angrand. They do have a tiny minor force remaining, but it is what it is. Now, what is this? Aquitaine. What do we oh, there's an Ragnarok in here, Well, we probably won't be able to hold the Ragnarok. Do we want to do maybe like a quick last stand sort of battle just for the fun of it? I mean, why not? Why not? We could probably hurt at least one of the units. Mostly, I really just want to kill the Doom Divers so that the next time we fight this army, they don't have an artillery piece available. But obviously, we won't be able to hold this. Not without any... If we had 1 or 2 artillery pieces, or 1 or 2 mortars, or 1 or 2 Jazaz, really anything decent, then yeah, but not this. But that's okay. Let's do a quick little last stand. Alrighty, here we go. Well, we may not be able to win this, but, well, we gotta get a last stand going since Mutant was not able to, and maybe he wanted one. Maybe he wanted a heroic final stand, though I suppose that isn't something the Skaven would want. Other factions might. But anyway, we can't win this, but maybe what we can do is knock out a few of these units. Probably not the Black Orcs. The problem with them is even if we were to force a unit to shatter, they would have enough units to just run off the field, and we just don't have the damage to bring them down with all that armor. Single target entities, though, like the enemy War Boss and the Ragnarok and the River Troll Hag are up for our potential kills, though, I guess. We shall see. Anyway, I'm gonna speed this up a little bit while everybody gets into position, and frankly, I wanted to speed through this entire battle, but, you know, we shall see. And the River Troll Hag's going to pop repeated uses of that Spirit Leech on one of our Night Runners with slings. Okay, well, good luck to them for that. Also, we immediately... Oh, and I missed this because it was super speed. I immediately summoned a unit of Clan Rats into this pile of enemy units and used Warp Bomb in the hopes of damaging them pretty badly, but it's just not enough. It didn't even kill a single Black Orc, it just took off some of their HP. But that's not surprising. Alrighty, while we have no Warp Bombs remaining, we are just now going to try to do damage to the Ragnarok and the other units. The Ragnarok actually decided to peel away from the Lord and the River Troll Hag, which is probably a good thing, because we might be able to surround it, and similarly for the enemy Lord. The enemy Lord has the River Troll Hag supporting him, and that unit of Black Orcs, which is also moving in the background, but we'll see if that's going to be enough. Alright, another of those Spirit Leeches from the River Troll Hag, and I guess the enemy did want that caster, and the enemy Lord is now in to fighting some Clan Rats. These are not Spear Clan Rats, unfortunately, and just Sword and Shield, but we have some Spear Clan Rats moving in shortly, as well as our single unit of Storm Vermin with Halberds, our Lord unit. Bilefitch the Insane, who will hopefully be able to kill one of these guys. I'm not entirely sure. We'll see. I mean, they are storm vermin, so they're okay, but they're also unbuffed storm vermin, so there's that problem. And here at the same time comes the Ragnarok. We are going to stop the Ragnarok spears, and it is in a pretty okay position for us, because our tier 4 warp rocket tower is here. I do actually now wish that I had built the warp lightning tower instead, because it might have been better for the express purpose of fighting the Ragnarok, but that's okay. Actually quite fun watching the Ragnarok do its thing, though. There we go. It's going to be killing a lot of clan rats before it's through. We are, however, going to be moving some units to help out against the Ragnarok. We have 2 Night Runners with slings here, who aren't going to do a crazy amount of damage to it, but all focused down on this one giant spider. Might be able to do something. And we're also backing off essentially every unit from the bridge, which is where we started, essentially. We pretty much always defend on this map on the bridge, but now for once it looks like we're going to defend closer to the main victory point, all the way back there, the key building. Anyway, it looks like the River Troll Hag has now been surrounded by our Storm Vermin. And the River Troll Hag is, as I recall, fairly weak in terms of being 32 melee defense. Yeah, we got 47 on the enemy lord. Yeah, the enemy lord's a lot tougher to kill. These guys not so great in melee. They do, unfortunately, though, have reasonably decent movement speed and regeneration, so if you force them to break, what usually happens is they just run away, regenerating all the while, and then come back with half HP. We'll see if we can do anything about that. That said, it looks like the Storm Vermin have taken the River Troll Hag down to half HP. She's losing a lot of it. And the enemy lord is fine, but, well, we'll move the Storm Vermin down to attack him afterwards. We're also sending our clan rats into the meat grinder here, trying to have them hold off the enemy black orcs in the hopes that this will allow us to kill the enemy lord and hero with our other units. But I guess it remains to be seen how long the clan rats can hold against black orcs, which probably isn't going to be very long. Though at the very least, the armor piercing on those great axes is completely wasted on the clan rats, if nothing else. Looks like the giant River Troll Hag is now broken, and actually the Ragnarok isn't doing so hot either. It's below half HP now. Those Night Runner Slingers are helping out, and same with the Doom Rocket Tower, and all of these clan rats go into their doom. But it would be really great if we could bring down this frickin' Ragnarok. It would make this army a lot weaker. Granted, we were expecting to lose this territory, but, well, if Ikit's nearby, if all of these armies become sufficiently weak, they won't be able to do anything. I guess there is still also Grom's army to worry about. Ooh, Grom might also attack Mutant number 3 or 4 or whatever after this. We'll see. Alright, let's check that Ragnarok. It is now at about a third of its HP, and its leadership has started to drop down to 33. Those range units are doing okay. We are also getting bombarded, unfortunately, by the enemy Doom Diver catapults, and it looks like the enemy army here is kind of milling about rather than moving up here. I did keep these gutter runners back in the hopes of sending them after the enemy catapult, but it doesn't look like that's working out so far. Also, on the bright side, the Storm Vermin have seemed to have caught the Orc War Boss. He is still protected by those black orcs, but at least we're able to get a few hits on him by the Storm Vermin. Hopefully the Black Orcs won't move too far forward. We're actually going to even summon a unit of Clan Rats just to distract the Black Orcs for as long as possible, to allow the Storm Vermin to kill the Lord and not get killed instead. The Ragnarok is also now wavering, in very bad shape. It's getting some help from some biggins, but by the looks of it, it's going to rout shortly. If only that Doom Rocket Tower didn't keep missing, damn. I mean, at least now its misses are hitting into the enemy biggins, but that Ragnarok might survive like this. Let's see what we've got here. 1,000 HP, ooh, okay, yeah, that's going to be tough to bring down. Man, a single unit of Giselles or a Rattling Gun would really be great here. It's close, but it looks like we won't be able to chase it down, and frankly, all of these units are not going to do a lot of damage. But, oh, and we do have another Tier 4 tower that, once again, I built in the hopes of having it fire on the Black Orcs and stuff, but The accuracy, the terrible, terrible accuracy. These things are made for blobs of units and not single entities like this. Oh well. Yeah, by the looks of it, the Arachnarok might escape. Let's see if we can take care of the enemy River Troll Hag and the Orc War Boss. Probably not these Black Orcs once again, especially as they're close to the edge of the screen. But at least the Lord is down to 2000 HP, and we still have roughly similar types HP percentage on our Storm Vermin. And yeah, this is a good example of just how much of a difference the eliteness of these melee units make. These Black Orcs have been fighting this one unit of Storm Vermin and like 4 units of Clan Rats all at once this entire time, plus menaces below being summoned, and they just really don't care all that much. They've got 336 kills and have lost 18 units and are now at half HP. It's pretty damn good. Plus the enemy lord is helping them out as well, who has 201 kills to his own name. Not bad, buddy. Alright, come on, Storm Vermin, I believe in you. I gotta take care of something here. Otherwise it would have been a waste to fight this, and I should have auto-resolved it. If we can't kill even a single lord. He is only level 4 as well. So he's pretty killable. He's not getting any more killable, that's for sure. Alright, he is wavering now. But that may be a problem as well. I really, really wish this tower wasn't positioned in such a way that it couldn't fire here. I really don't understand why they did that. And they clearly did this on purpose. Like, they clearly put this here to limit this tower to only firing here, but there is no tower that's buildable on this map that can fire in this direction. These tower designs always make me wonder, and not so much because of the it's obnoxious. It's just it takes me out of the realism, quote unquote, here a little bit, because a lot of these city designs seem stupid by virtue of tower placement. You know what I mean? Like the civil planners or whoever or military planners, or whoever is not going to build towers in such a way. Maybe for some factions they would, like, yeah, orcs are probably not going to be sitting there thinking, where should we place this tower for maximum efficiency? But when you have a dwarfen tower that can only fire at like 30 degrees because it's being blocked on every side by a bunch of buildings, it feels like it doesn't make much sense. Anyway, the enemy lord has routed and is now running away, so hopefully we can catch him. I'm going to, I think, speed this up because there is actually no more fighting going on right now, other than those Black Orcs which have just now forced the enemy to rout. And oh, no, it looks like the enemy war boss is coming back into those very, very badly damaged units of Clan Rats. Come on, bring him down. Or will he force them to rout? Oh, they are in Scurry away. And it looks like they're going to rout as well. Oh, it's a simultaneous rout. He is going to be broken, and oh no, they're just wavering. Nice, nice. And if he runs this way, maybe the tower can gun him down. We do still have one more unit of Clan Rats that was being held in reserve back here. If we get just 1 or 2 shots in. Yeah, really regret building these Doom Rocket towers over the Warp Lightning towers. Is he just gonna stand there? And you're still going to miss. You're going to miss a stationary tower. Okay. Oh, come on, just somebody, please. And he's coming back. He only has 200 HP, though. These guys are spears, so they're anti-large, so they might actually be able to bring him down even without the Doom Rocket Tower helping out. And now he's running this way, which means the towers aren't going to be able to catch him. Somebody, please. I'm going to end this battle as soon as I see what happens to this Lord. And is he shattered? Oh, he's shattered now with 32 HP. Somebody, these guys are in his way, please stop him. Somebody hit him once. 1 poke. 1 spear. 1 vision. Yes, charge him. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Taking all bets at this point. Will he survive or will he die? He still has 32 HP. Oh, so that charge was completely useless. Not a one of you managed to actually pull that off. Tower, it's all you. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Did the splash damage not even hurt him? Nope, it did not. Still 32 HP. Ah, but we have another full stack of units here. And the one that was being held in reserve, which I guess was the right move. Especially because he finally goes down. Ooh, okay. Now we can end this battle in peace. Everybody else is being overwhelmed due to this last... Oh, wow. Nice, nice hits from something. Wait, what's causing those explosive attacks? Is it the wolf chariots? Is it the... Huh. I'm not even sure. They don't have the rusty arrows. I guess it's the goblin wolf chariots? It's been too long since I played orcs, I guess. Or maybe it's the wolf rider archers. They don't have special ammunition. Yeah, it's the wolf rider archers, huh? Interesting. I did not know that they had explosive arrows of any kind. Skryre, wait, that's the Night Runner Slingers. I just want to select them now. Because I'm shook here. Expendable, firewall smoothing, hide, and vanguard deployment. What the heck? Huh. Weird. Is this a bug? I feel like it shouldn't be like this. Since when can Wolf Rider archers fire exploding arrows? Even the dwarves don't have exploding arrows with their quarrelers, or quarrels, I suppose. But anyway, there we go, a close victory, surprisingly, for the Broken Axe. We did manage to kill the Lord, so at least we achieved something. Just came very, very close on that Arachnarok, but it's okay. This battle at the end of the day is inconsequential, and we could have auto-resolved it anyway. Well, there we go. Mutin may not have gotten his last stand, but at least this random little settlement did. Really disappointed we couldn't quite make that Arachnarok death happen. That would have been perfect. But at least we got the enemy Lord killed. 409 kills. Damn, good job, buddy. Yeah. Oh well, not a big deal. They are going to... oh, I can't even... oh. Why would you even attack with it? Okay, these guys have no chance here. I'm not even going to bother fighting that. I don't even know why they attacked with that. They have no strong lord, no Arachnarok, and no black orc sword towers would just destroy all this. We can, I guess... what's our food at? 98%. Okay, there's no more need for food by the looks of it. Let's get a little bit more cash. We're gonna need to fund some stuff at the end of the turn, I'm sure. And, by the looks of it, they didn't actually take Aquitaine, they just sacked it. Which may not be that bright of an idea because Ikit's nearby. And Ikit can kill you all. Oh, that's the last of Carrick Norn, I think, just got intercepted. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. The Gutter Runner Slingers will die doing this? You know what, we're gonna replace them with Gutter Runner Slingers with poison anyway. Or actually, we're gonna replace them with straight up Gutter Runners with poison, not even Slingers, so yeah, screw that. It's fine. I really don't want to waste the time doing that. And the same with you. Huh, okay, I guess these guys are programmed to just die. Oh, come on, game. Okay, fine. Manually fight those super quick. We actually want to keep Garth's army in its current state because we do need him to take the northern territories from the Broken Axe. And it's this map. Oh, they're actually straight up attacking us. Okay. I guess the gyrocopters might be a little bit of an issue, but okay. Sure, game, sure. Actually, we probably want to keep away our very badly hurt plague monks, or else they might get themselves killed by virtue of the gyrocopters going after them. Start deployment. So the enemy is going to start here. I do wonder if the plague claws can hurt them at all. Let's put like 3 units of these here. And nobody else can hurt them. Oh, actually, no, that's not true. We have the garrison. And that can hurt them. Alright, well that's fine. Now let's do that. Let's say keep, I don't know, a healthy unit of Plague Monks here. And then our badly damaged units of Plague Monks all the way where they can't be harmed back here. And then, the main enemy army, such as it is coming out here, so we'll put our catapults up, I don't know, up here I guess. Even closer like so. It doesn't really matter where they go. Now let's say like that. And then we'll just spread out all over the place, like so, like so. We should probably keep a few, you know what? Don't just have the Plague Monks down here, so that we care about the garrisons. Put those here, put those here. some plague monks. Too many units for the kind of army that the enemy has coming. Like so, and like so. Alright, good enough, I think. Maybe there's a unit or two that I've forgotten, but I honestly don't think it matters. Sure. And speed it up. Alright, you guys, fire on the air units, not on the Lord. Say after this gyro, but no, you're better off firing on the gyrocopter, not the bomber. Let's say you. And then you guys turn off your skirmish mode, which is not already on, and then turn and attack this gyrocopter if you can. And where are you going? Oh, did it really? Well, it's flying over that little mountain area, and you guys are all in each other's way. Alright, let's send some clan rats to annoy these guys. And then you keep attacking. Hopefully our plague claws won't just miss and kill all of our own units. Where the heck is this unit going? Okay, you know what? Get a piercing tower here. Oh, it's gonna go drop its bombs on our chariots? Okay. I'm not entirely sure, but okay. Ah, and it's moved away to where our range units can't hit it. Okay, well, at least our plague claws still can, although it looks like they are indeed going to get some shots into our allied units, and it looks like they really want to chase after our chariots. You know what, just stand there, let them hit the chariots, I don't care. We'll just build tower scale. Let's speed it back up. This is just a waste of our time. I just don't want to lose a plague monk unit. Oh man, it's taking forever to kill those gyrocopters. This is why you need Jezzails. Well, it's one of the reasons you need Jezzails. Alright, there we go. That one is actually not dead, but, you know, good enough. And then you guys target this gyro bomber now, and then all the range units can target. Oh, it's back. Okay. Piercing tower, can you kill that, please? You're the warp lightning tower, yes? Yes, but you are not going to get your shots in because you're terrible in accuracy. Alrighty, let's see where these guys go. Let's send some clan rats here on top of this bridge here, or actually, put some here, and then put some here, and then speed it back up. You guys get back. Where the heck are you going? Get back here, man. Where the heck are you? What could you possibly be oh, you're gonna go after our very badly hurt units back here, aren't you? Okay, well, that's just rude. Okay, well, the gyro bomber is done. Let's move these guys, and I guess we'll want to build another tower, let's say up here. Speed it back up. Once we have 14... Good. Build it here. And then hurt units, move here. It's not like the gyrocopter can capture stuff. Where's that army? Alright, range units, have you killed that poor dwarf lord that's all by himself? Well, no, you're working on it. He's not achieving much, but, you know. Let him do his thing. Feel better about himself. Feels like he tried. And these gutter runners are also almost out of ammunition, okay. And what the heck are these guys doing? Alright, back to full speed. Looks like they're not moving this way, they're gonna move across this bridge. Alright, fine. You guys, move like so. And other catapults. I can't believe the auto-resolve is making us fight this, and for the love of, would one of you just knock that thing out of the sky? Just one shot. One shot will be sufficient. Did it actually land on the... Oh my lord, okay. Ah, what a waste of time, come on. All this to save 2 plague monk units. Is this guy unbreakable? Is he still fighting? Oh. More power to him, I guess. Plague Claws. You're going after the Lord, but it honestly doesn't matter who you're going after because these splash hits will kill everything anyway. And all those units are gonna rout now. Alright, you know what? Put this the clan rats here. Maybe a few stray shots will damage them enough to do this. Ow. Damn. Well, give a few units. Alrighty, well, that's what you get when you play at max speed, and those guys should be done for. I wonder if those gyrocopters got out. Well, let's find out. Auto-resolve. Alrighty, by the looks of it, the gyrocopter and bomber are dead. And we don't have to worry. 22 losses, I think that was due to one of the Plague Monks units getting bombarded, but we are in our own territory, so this should heal up. Probably not to full, because we don't have the army replenishment bonus in this army, but it'll be fine, I'm sure. And this army should be good enough to take care of anything that comes their way over the next couple turns as we start reclaiming territory. Mostly because we really need Ikit to not have to be here. He has better places to be. You can barely heal, but you can also barely get money. But we're also at 100% food, so just get the 300 money, I guess. Alrighty, is anybody else able to or wanting to attack us here? Damn, this turn. Alrighty, finally, it's over. And yeah, Skryre does live. Good job, Skryre. Amateur discovered Malice Darkblade, we don't care. Engineering student, Beard Thing, Sacrifice, Clan Skryre, Saboteur, and King Hammer. Oh, what does King Hammer do again? Dwarfen Dread, Assured Assailant, Constructor. Okay, so. Hey, Mutant, oh no, he lost his Glittering Scales, but then we took the Helm of Discord, or found the Helm of Discord. Wait, are you telling me we didn't get the Glittering Scales back after immediately winning? Well, that's just rude. Settlement sacked Aquitaine, that's fine. Someone besieged Massive Forecal. Whoever's doing that is insane, because they're not going to be able to take out Ikit. Settlement receives Plague, and mission issued, ultimate campaign victory. At the start or end of your turn, have no factions at war with you. Oh, that's an interesting one. Huh. Loyalty crisis averted, ready for duty, Ickstone the Chieftain. I have no idea who you are. Why did we summon you again? Loyal again, Boilerin. I have no idea who Boilerin is. Okay, technology researched as well. Right expires the dominating scheme. Oh, but we can get that up and running immediately. Another plague. All right, so 3 plagues. Who are you? You're a tough chieftain that was summoned up here somewhere. Were you gonna join Bok? He already has a chieftain. Who's okay, well he is confident, so that isn't as that ain't as great. I do wonder which heroes we should get with Bok the Lethal, but I suppose it's not super important right now. So 2 things we want to check. First of all, oh, Grom did not attack Brion, where Mutant 3 or 4 is. Maybe he wants to go for Aquitaine, maybe he wants to go for Bordelot. There's no way he's taking Bordelot, though. Even with 2 Arachnaroks, it's just not gonna happen. Okay, well, now, oh, this is Boilerin. Well, we don't actually need Boilerin. Wait. We don't have Snitch and the rest yet, unfortunately. It looks like it's gonna take a couple of turns. As I understand it, it doesn't necessarily happen on the very turn after you get it, so may have to take another turn, but this turn may not be nearly as long as the next one, though it looks like Corpable is gonna have some work to do. And oh wow, they've taken out Orion's camp, or at least they've taken out the armies there. That actually helps us. We may want to get Shife moving back up there to help Corpable out, or else these guys are probably gonna bypass Castlebar and go after these other territories, and I'm frankly not too fond of the idea of having to constantly go after them and retake them. Otherwise, it looks like Karazakrak has 2 full stacks left, plus whatever remained after us destroying them, but with 3 stacks here, plus Queek nearby, I don't see Karazakrak being a problem. Mutin, you've done a great job, man, and honestly, as per the suggestions, you are now the Mutant. There we go. I guess we're gonna keep him around. He does have a strong trait. He's a strong Warlock Master. He's twice the you ever were. Oh, he gets standard die. Well, we'll do the skill points and stuff some other time, as in not right now. I may delete Boilerin here, because he's not necessary. Maybe we'll just transfer a few of his units to the Mutant. But, he probably also doesn't need any more Giselles, although they really did save us here. We'll see. We'll see what we do with that army. Anyway, with that end turn, finally, I am going to call it. Next time, Ikit's gonna start off by taking out this idiot full stack that decided to siege him, and then maybe, if he's in range, moving out to take out this full stack as well. We do have the ability to build, or we will have the ability to build 1 more Doom Rocket soon, but considering the fact that we've started to use Doom Flayers, we may want to get at least a few of them up and running. Specifically, Blade Swirl is quite good. I would like to build a few more of these to bolster some melee lines, because I do like the units, especially when buffed up, as they serve quite a different purpose than Doom Wheels do. Anyway, as I said, calling it here, there's a few more little minor remnants of factions that we have to destroy, but otherwise Ikit will fight, maybe Throt will fight, as he is still in ambush, and there are still stacks nearby. Maybe we'll get another battle with Karaz going, but we'll see. But definitely Corpable and Ikit. It's gonna be their time. Corpable hasn't yet fought, and it's time for his giants to see what they can do against the dwarfs. The AI does seem to have a tendency now to bring Thunderers and Trollhammer torpedoes, so it could be quite dangerous for our giants, and we lack better artillery in this army as well. On the bright side, at least they're ambushing, or they're march stance, so maybe. And maybe we can get an ambush going as well. Anyway, stay tuned for lots more battles. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. All glory to the algorithm. And the mutant survives to fight another day.